Behind me is a hardwood forest with a little bit of shortleaf and loblolly mixed in on the ridges. We're in central Mississippi, and this is the type of area, especially these ravine hardwoods and these lowlands, where we wouldn't apply prescribed fire. We could, but we're going to damage the thin bark species like cherry bark oak, water oak, willow oak. May not kill them, but it's going to scar the trunks and cause a basal cavity to form and may cause the tree to senesce over time, and it may impact hard mass production. We also may impact that tree for production of quality saw logs if that's our mission. The other reason we would not necessarily want to burn in this habitat, as we drop off down into this ravine, we have a number of different species that depend on the leaf litter of these kinds of habitats. We have one listed salamander that inhabits these ravine forests, and this animal needs leaf cover and the moist microsite because it breathes through its skin. The other thing, you may not be too worried about little lizards and salamanders that live on the forest floor, but leaf litter, if you go into the woods during the spring and the winter especially, you go into these moist deciduous woods, you will see sign that looks like raking, and that's wild turkey foraging in this leaf litter. So we have all these beetle grubs, we have all these different kinds of earthworms and salamanders, even shrews that inhabit this habitat that turkeys may eat if they encounter them. So this leaf litter is not all bad for game and non-game species. It just depends on the species that you're seeking to manage. But related to prescribed fire, it's wonderful to have burned areas like we've seen before interspersed with these unburned areas on the same land base, because that way you supply what a species like wild turkey needs year-round, and it's easier to hold those animals on the same land base. Things like black cherry will produce fruit, red mulberry produces fruit that will literally make these birds change their home range to get to a good crop of it. We'll have that kind of soft mass production along with hard mass production and invertebrates in the leaf litter on the unburned hardwood cover, and then we'll have that flush of herbaceous plants where they can eat a lot of different crickets and grasshoppers and different kinds of invertebrates and seek out the seed of legumes and perennial grasses.